So now let's start. So continuity problems here. We are doing the continuity problems today. Topics is theorems on continuity. Theorems, theorems on continuity. Okay, continuity. Theorems on continuity. Theorems on continuity. We are going to start now. Theorems on continuity. Is it blue marker is visible to you all? Blue marker is visible to all. Let me know. Blue marker is visible to all. Visible. Right, right. Great, great. So now f of x, one function. See, this is the thing I am going to explain you. Listen to me. Box, remember this box. It's an important box. And then you are going to learn MMVT theorem, intermediate value theorem. F of x is a function. G of x is a function. F of x plus g of x, f of x minus g of x, f of x into g of x, or f of x divided by g of x, or f of x divided by g of x. Now we are learning the theorems on this. We are learning the theorems on this. F of x, g of x, f of x plus or minus g of x, f of x into g of x, or f of x by g of x, where g of x is not equal to 0. Remember here, g of x is not equal to 0. Remember this. G of x is not equal to 0. Therefore, the properties are f of x is continuous. F of x is continuous. Okay, f of x is continuous. Okay, and g of x also continuous. G of x also continuous. Okay, g of x also continuous. If f of x is continuous, g of x is continuous. F of x plus g of x also continuous all the time. Okay, marker, blue, black marker. Okay. F of x is continuous, g of x is continuous, f of x plus g of x is continuous, f of x minus g of x also continuous. For example, one example I take, suppose f of x is equal to x. Every polynomial function is continuous. Okay, if you don't know, I will tell the points, you note down. G of x is sin x. Sin x is a continuous function. If f of x is continuous and g of x is continuous, I know g of x is sin x. Sin x is continuous function. F of x is x. F of x is a line. It's a polynomial function. It is a continuous. Then I can say f of x plus g of x. That is x plus sin x is also continuous. Is also continuous. I can say. Okay, if one function is continuous, other function is continuous, then f of x plus g of x also continuous. F of x minus g of x also continuous. F of x minus g of x minus sin x also continuous. No need to prove it. So if we will prove individually, we will see and then we can say orally what is this. Okay, f of x is continuous, g of x is continuous, then f of x plus g of x or f of x minus g of x is always continuous. Okay, then if it is f of x into g of x into sin x also continuous, f of x by g of x also continuous. So here this is also continuous. F of x means x into sin x also continuous, x divided by sin x also continuous. Okay, if both are continuous, then all functions are continuous. That is the meaning of that. Okay, if f of x is continuous, g of x is continuous, f of x plus g of x, where sin x is not equal to 0, rule should be there. Here it is continuous when sin x is not equal to 0. Condition is applicable. Condition is applicable over there for division condition. Okay. The next property is if f of x is continuous. If f of x is continuous and g of x is discontinuous, discontinuous, discontinuous. If g of x is discontinuous, then f of x plus g of x also discontinuous. Also discontinuous. And f of x into g of x may be, means we cannot say, may not be, may or may not be, may or may not be. Okay, but I can't say about this. I cannot speak about the last one. Last one I cannot say. And here f of x is discontinuous. If f of x is discontinuous, g of x also discontinuous. If these both are discontinuous, then I can say f of x. This is also may be discontinuous. May be discontinuous. May be continuous. May not be continuous. May not be continuous. Here also may not be continuous. May not be. May or may not be continuous. May not be continuous. So we cannot say about this. We cannot say in these cases. So remember these points. Here is f of x continuous, g of x continuous, f of x plus g of x or f of x minus g of x continuous, f of x into g of x, f of x by g of x is continuous. If f of x is continuous, g of x discontinuous, then you get here also discontinuous, not continuous. In this case, I cannot say anything. Here also discontinuous, may not. We cannot say about that. Means we have to check. We cannot say directly, this is discontinuous or this is continuous. I can't say. But we have to check whether it is continuous or not. So rule, this is the rules. These are called as theorems on the continuity. Please note down this. Please note down this. If you have any doubts, let me know. Any doubts? Any doubts? Is it visible to all? So black marker लेके आता हूँ 1 minute. Chalo sir, are done. Sir, everyone, is it completed? Wrote? Yes, tell me fatapat. Are they completed or not? Write down, write down. Everyone completed? Box completed? Completed. Tejaswini completed. Pooja completed. Done, Purva. Very good. So let's start. है ना, टुडे है ना इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू की हमको पढ़ाना है ना, आपको भी पढ़ना है, ठीक है. That will be the last concept of continuity, but I will explain advanced questions more on Monday. Okay. So I just tell you, see that x is see, you have to know these points, whether you have known or not knowing. I have to tell this. Okay. Where is the book? Where is your notes? So if you don't know these points, you not written, then write down these points. Huh? What are the points you have to write? What is your notes? Where 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 is your notes? Yeah. Please note down these points. Parabola, all polynomial exponential, write down. Parabola, write down these points. Parabola, parabola, should I write? Parabola, all polynomial functions, and a square root function, exponential function, logarithms. Okay, logarithms functions, trigonometric functions, all are continuous in their domain. Trigonometric functions, these all are continuous in their domain. Okay, so you should know these things, this point you should know. Okay, what are the points? Parabola, all polynomial functions, square root function, exponential function, logarithm function, trigonometric functions, all these are continuous functions. Okay, all these are continuous functions. All these are continuous functions. Okay, now let's see here. Some I'll just tell you. See, I'll just tell you continuity, discontinuity related things, which I explained just now. You know that y is equal to x is continuous or not? Is this is continuous? Is this is continuous? F of x is a continuous function or not? F of x is equal to x is continuous or not? Please tell me. You speak now. F of x is continuous or not? Yeah, now tell me 1 by x, y is equal to 1 by x. This is discontinuous at which place? Discontinuous at which place? Yes, discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Now it is continuous, it is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Now tell me the product of these both. What I get here, if this is f of x function, this is f of x and this is g of x. Okay, this is continuous and this is discontinuous. This is continuous and this is discontinuous. Now if I do f of x into g of x, what I get here, x into 1 by x. Cancel, what I get here, 1. Y is equal to 1 line. It is a continuous function. Is it right? It is continuous or not? Yeah. Yeah. Tell me. It is continuous. Continuous and discontinuous is continuous. Here, if I say if x is not equal to 0, at the place x is not equal to 0, right? We are talking about at x is equal to 0 only. These two functions at x is equal to, see, continuous and discontinuous we'll discuss at a point. Okay, at a point. If I am discussing at this point at x is equal to 0, it is continuous and it is discontinuous. The product is continuous. In other case, if I take a discontinuous, I'll get. So what I want to say here, f is continuous, g is continuous, f of x into g of x may not be continuous. In this case, it is continuous. In this case, it is continuous. If I take another case, it may not be continuous. Understood what I said? Hello? Understand? Yeah. For suppose you have two discontinuous functions, I will take. Means you get a doubt. That's why I am just explaining this. So discontinuous ones. You know that greatest integer x is a discontinuous function. This is f of x. It is a discontinuous function. Fractional part of x is a discontinuous function. Okay, both are discontinuous, correct? Both are discontinuous or not? If I add them, what I get? If I add them, greatest integer x plus fractional part of x is equal to how much? Greatest integer x plus fractional part of x is equal to how much? Greatest integer x plus fractional part of x is equal to how much? X. So it is continuous or not? It is discontinuous. It is discontinuous, but getting is continuous. So two discontinuous functions are there. Their sum may not be continuous. So in this case, it is continuous. So you have to know that the box you have to remember that you always remember two functions are discontinuous. Then that is the result may not be continuous. Always it is not continuous. May not be continuous. So some cases it is continuous. Some cases may not be continuous. Understood? Hello. Chalo, we will do one problem, no? Now I will do the problem, so then you will understand. The box is not need to explain, right? Box समझ में आया ना आपको? एक बात बोलो, box समझ में आया नहीं आया? Hello? Yeah. So now we'll solve the problems. Okay, box. If you understood, then we'll solve the problems. So f of x is equals to cos 2x minus 1 by 2 into pi is continuous at x is equal to 1 and g of x is equals to greatest integer x. Is it greatest integer x? Simple x. Is discontinuous at x is equals to 1. Then f of x into g of x is dash at x is equal to 1. Now the question is this. See here, f of x is this function is given and g of x is this function is given and f of x into g of x is dash is asking at x is equal to 1. This is their question. Okay. So you have to understand this. First of all, you have to know whether the function is continuous or discontinuous. Okay, f of x into g of x, how to write? See, it is given. It is continuous and it is discontinuous. So what is the rule for f of x into g of x? Now I gave the box now. According to box, what is the answer? According to the box, what is? May or may not be, right? May not be means I have to check. अच्छा, हमारा लक अच्छा नहीं है, ठीक है? तो हम क्या करना है? चेक करना है. और लक अच्छा है तो डायरेक्टली लिखेंगे आंसर, ठीक है? ऐसा अच्छा इतना इजी नहीं पूछते जेई में इसमें, हाँ? तो इसीलिए ऐसा वाला ही पूछते, और डायरेक्टली आंसर वाला कोई नहीं पूछते, ठीक है? आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा. अभी ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. This type can be asked like directly. This is continuous, then ask fx into gx is dash. So you can say directly continuous, okay? But here in this case, I have to check. So what I do here, f of x into g of x is equal to, I write as greatest integer x into cos 2x minus 1 by 2 into pi. This is what f of x into g of x. अच्छा, मैंने g of x into f of x लिया, कैसा भी चलता है सर. Okay, g of x into f of x or f of x into g of x. चलेगा. Now I have to check whether it is continuous or not. So LHL means what I take limit x tending to 1 minus. Now tell me, all of you have to answer me, right? You have to speak to me. Now tell me, greatest integer of 1 minus is how much? Greatest integer of 1 minus. Should I write? Okay, I'll write once. 1 minus means 0, correct? 0 can I write direct? Can I write direct 0? Yeah. Everybody knows now. 1 minus means what? 0.9999. Greatest integer is 0. 0 into anything. I don't bother about others. What is there I don't substitute only. 0 into anything is 0 now. I write here cos 2x minus 1 by 2. X is 1 now. I substituted 1 here. 2 minus 1 by 2 into pi. If I want to substitute, that is nothing but 0 into cos pi by 2. Here I am getting cos pi by 2, correct? cos pi by 2, that is 1. 0 into 1 is equal to 0. So left hand limit I got 0. चलो right hand limit find out करते हैं. Right handed limit extending to 1 plus 1 plus में क्या होगा? Greatest integer of 1 plus, tell me. Greatest integer of 1 plus 1, right? Greatest integer of 1 plus is 1. So here is 1 into cos, tell me फटाफट, 2 into 1, right? अच्छा 0 है ना, sorry cos pi by 2 is 0 ना, 0 into 0 0, right? Cos here 2 into 1 minus 1 divided by 2 into pi. Okay, so I get how much? 1 into cos, this is I get half pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 value is how much? 0. 1 into 0 how much? 0. LHL is equal to RHL. Whether LHL is equal to RHL? Hello? Yeah, very good, very great. LHL equal to RHL. Now f of x, LHL is equal to RHL. Continuous condition is what? What is the condition for continuous?
Limit is equal to f of x.
Limit is equal to f of 0 ना? अरे ये फॉर्मूला क्या है? Limit is equal to means extending to 1 also. See, limit extending to 1, f of x into g of x is equal to f of 0 into g of 0 I have to get. Then only it is continuous ना? है ना? Limit extending to 1, f of x into g of x is equal to f of 0 into g of 0. Now find f of 0 first. Are you getting it? F of 0 is how much? F of 0 into g of 0 is how much? F of 0 into g of 0 is how much?
F of 1 we have to calculate, na?
1, no, sorry, I forgot. Sorry sir, sorry. ये 1 है ना? 1 पर check करना है. F of 1 into g of 1. I have to find what? F of 1 into g of 1. I'm sorry. Yes, Purva, correct. So f of 1 into g of 1. Tell me फटाफट everybody. F of 1 is how much? F of 1 बोलो जल्दी यार.
0.
F of 1 is here.
It is 0.
0. Yeah. F. Here is the F. Okay, here is the F. That is cos. I will separately find. I will find separate and then I will multiply. Otherwise, you will confuse. This is f of x. So f of 1 will be how much? Cos of pi by 2. That is 0. And g of 0 will be how much? G of 0 is how much? 0. F of 0 into, that is 0 into 0, 0. So I got f of 0 into value of function and limit of function same. So what we can say, is it continuous or discontinuous? Is it continuous or discontinuous?
It is continuous.
It is continuous. Answer is continuous. ऐसा पूछ सकता है वो, क्या क्या ऑप्शंस दे सकता है? It is continuous, it is discontinuous, is it removable discontinuous, ऐसा पूछ सकता है. Jump continuous, ऐसा this options can be made any way. So this is the way you have to solve. So the fundamental theorems are useful for this. But directly given, so you are lucky. If directly not came, so you have to solve. At x is equal to 0 बोल at x is equal to 1 है ना, at x is equal to 1 बोल के लिखना है. Continuous at x is equal to 1. Already लिखा है ना मैंने. Please note down this. Please note down. अच्छा ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर मैंने गलत लिया ना सर? अरे आप लोग बोलते नहीं कोई. हाँ क्या ये ग्रेटेस्ट इंटीजर 1 है ना? g of 1, that is greatest integer 1. Greatest integer 1 is how much? 1. Product of these both, f of 1 into g of 1, that is 0 into 1 is equal to 0. Hello sir, here f of 1 is 0. But g of 1 na, g of 1 means greatest integer 1 is 1. So f of 1 into g of 1 is 0. Hello? Understood?
Yes, understood.
Yeah, please note down. चलो चलो सर, अभी है ना हम इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू थ्योरम करेंगे. वो बैक्स याद रखो सर. अभी नेक्स्ट राइट डाउन इंटरमीडिएट वैल्यू थ्योरम. नेक्स्ट हेडिंग इज intermediate next chapter, next topic name is intermediate value theorem. If you copy, tell me this. कॉपी किया सबने? Hello, is it copied? Okay, copied. Purvasi. But others are not there in the. Others are not here. See, if you are not replying, means you are not watching. That's it. You are wasting time. Just you are just logging in and you are not talking. Pooja and Purvasi, always they will answer. Okay, sir. Now listen to me. Intermediate value. Write the heading. Intermediate value. Intermediate. Intermediate value theorem. Value theorem. So this is also called as IVT. IVT. Intermediate value theorem. IVT. Intermediate value theorem. IVT. Intermediate mean value theorem also we can say. Intermediate mean value theorem also we will see some books. Intermediate value theorem. In some books, intermediate mean value theorem. IMVT. Intermediate mean value theorem. You can see some books. Mean value theorem. Mean. Intermediate mean value theorem. Okay, you will find in some books intermediate value theorem. In some other books, IMBT, 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 IMIBT. Intermediate value theorem. So, what is intermediate value theorem? I am going to write, then I will explain. If f is continuous, if f is continuous at on interval a comma b closed and f of a is not equal to f of b, then some value c belongs to f of a comma f of b. There is at least one number. There is at least one number. There is at least one number x naught in open interval a comma b for which f of x naught is equal to 0. So this is what we called as intermediate mean value theorem, also called as we can say that IMVT theorem. In some books we can see IMVT theorem. In some books we can see like this. So I will give nice example to remember this one. It is to remember. I am going to give you one good example. Okay, to understand this one. In some textbooks they will give like this. Definition I am writing another way. If the see here, if f is continuous, if f is continuous, remember this f should be continuous on closed interval a comma b, f of a is not equal to f of b, then for any value, then for any value, for for any value c belongs to f of a comma f of b, there exists at least one number. There is at least one number. At least one number. One number. One number. There is at least one number. X naught in a comma b. In a comma b. For which f of x naught is equal to c. See, this meaning is both are same only. Some textbook, okay, same only I wrote, na? Okay, same only I wrote. Right? In some textbook you can see like that. In others textbook you can see another way. Okay, now I am going to explain what is the meaning of this. Okay, please note down this because I am going to erase this. Please note down this. To explain that you need something, right? Properly you have to understand this. चलो सर हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. आप सब लोग हैं ना? All of you listen carefully. It is most important theorem, intermediate value theorem. Actually, this terminology you will not understand anything what I wrote. But if I give one example, easily you will understand. Okay. I am going to tell you one story. Listen to me carefully. IMDT. Copy it, please. If you copy, tell me. If you have copied this, tell me. Where? Not where. Here is what. Here is where I wrote here. There it is. There. Copied. Very good. Now listen to me carefully. What is IMDT theorem? Listen here. Carefully you listen. See, it is understanding purpose. Okay. You have a bike. Suppose I talk about boys right now. This example only mostly for the boys. Okay. So one person is there, one boy. He has bike. Okay. He started. His speed 60 kilometer per speed is traveling. 60 kilometer speed. Otherwise 80 kilometer speed is going on. Is a bike rider. Okay, that person. One boy is going on bike with 60 kilometer speed. 80 kilometer speed, let us see. So graphically we will imagine this. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay, this is y dash. Y dash, x dash. Okay. One boy is from this place. He started from this point. It is A point and this is the B point. See here, one boy has to start from here, from home to college. He is traveling from home to college. How is the road? Road is like this. Okay, how to draw? Okay, let us take here one girl. Yeah. Here is that. It may be anywhere. This is the curve of the function. So I can draw like this. If you don't like this, okay, you can draw directly a straight line also. Anything, however you wish. However you wish. So if I draw, yeah, I can draw like this. This is the rule. However you want, you can draw it. No problem at all. So one boy from A to B on the bike at a speed of 60 to 80 kilometers is riding the bike. Is riding the bike. Okay, if you not wish, I will draw another way. चलो simple draw करता हूँ. Simple कर. First simple कर. Okay. This is the place. This is the home. It is the college. So he is going to college, riding. Okay, how much kilometer? 60 kilometer per hour. है ना? Very speed is going on. Suddenly, see, this is to understand. I am making you. Suddenly, he saw a girl. He saw a girl. One beautiful girl. She is there. He saw a girl. Suddenly, he saw the girl. On the bike is on the speed of 60 to 80 kilometers. So when he saw a girl, so suddenly after seeing her, he tried to he wants to stop the bike. Okay, if he wants to stop the bike, he is on the speed of 60 to 80 kilometers. He is on the speed of 60 to 80 kilometers, and he suddenly he saw a girl, and he wants to stop and want to see. So what he will do? He will be increasing his speed will be decreases now. Suddenly he cannot stop, right? So what happens? 60 kilometers, he wants to stop to zero, he wants to comes to zero. What happens here? Suddenly bike will go for zero. Suppose his speed is 60 kilometer, suddenly will bike will go for zero. Is it possible suddenly zero speed? 60 80 kilometer speed is riding, can he go directly suddenly, can he go for zero? It is not possible. It should come like when is decreasing his speed, it may comes to 40 30 20, like 30 20 15 10 5, then it may reach to zero. It means suddenly he cannot reach, suddenly he cannot go for zero, right? That is what intermediate value theorem says. That is exactly intermediate value theorem says. What he wants to say here, A to B, if a function is, simply I will read this one, listen to me. F is a continuous function. So I wrote here continuous. Graph is continuous, not broken anywhere. Not broken anywhere. Graph is continuous. Graph is continuous. A to B, graph is continuous. Okay. F is the function, it is continuous in the interval A comma B, where f of A, f of B not equal. Listen to me carefully this verse. F of A means home and college are not same. Right? See, this is the boy place, this is the home and it is the college. And they given the condition f of A is not equal to f of B. This is home and this is college. Okay. And it is a continuous, means the road is there from A to B, the road is continuous, there is no breaks, nothing like that. A to B you can travel, that is the meaning of that. Okay, F, see here I am reading the definition, I am explaining, listen to me that carefully. If F is a continuous, in the interval A comma B closed interval A comma B, means it is closed interval A here to here. Okay, f of A is not equal to f of B, then some value C will be there in between. See here, A, here the value of, if x is A, then the value of function is f of A. If x is B, then the value of function will be f of B. F of B. Suddenly, he is traveling like this. He came to here nearly. He saw a girl. That's what he is saying. So that's what he's saying. What he's saying here in the picture. Then some value C belongs to. Like it does say that A to B in between. Then there is a some value C belongs to. There is here. Then some value C belongs to A comma B. Value is girl. See here. See here. This is f of A. This is f of B. Is the surrounding places here. this is the starting place, surrounding place. This is the ending surrounding place. F of A to F of B in suddenly there is C belongs to F of A to F of B. There is one point C belongs to F of A to F of B. What is that saying? Then some value C belongs to F of A, F of B. There is at least one number x naught in A comma B for which F of x naught is equal to C. What is saying here? If there is in between any value C belongs to A comma B, if C is belongs to F of A comma F of B, F of A comma F of B, then there is an x naught, means that position is x naught. F of x naught is equal to C. F of x naught is equal to C. Means so at least one point will be there. C means at least one place he is going to be stopped. Whenever he see, so he is going to stop the bike at least one place. At least once. It may get 2-3 times this speed decrease, directly it cannot down it. So x naught, it is stopped. X naught is stopped, bike is stopped. X naught is bike is stopped. So when it is stopped, the speed at least comes once decreases. So the formula is if C belongs to F of A comma F of B, then there is F of x naught is equal to C. That is the intermediate value theorem says. I repeat again, if F is a continuous at, on A comma B and F of A is not equal to F of B, then some value C belongs to F of A comma F of B. There is at least one number x naught in A comma B for which F of x naught equal to C. For which F of x naught equal to C. This is A, this is B, this is A, and in between only is going to stop. In between only is going to stop at least one time. Whenever he saw. Whenever he saw. Means if he saw a girl, then he will stop. At least one time to he stop. So he is given this C belongs to. If C belongs to F of A comma F of B, then F of x naught equal to C. Not only one time, maybe many times. For suppose if the graph of the function is different. Suppose the graph of the function, if the graph of the function, this is x axis, x dash, it is y dash, and you have a graph here. This is A and this is B. See here, and the graph is like this. Means the road is like this, like this, like this. You saw C, so it will see that it will cut how many points it will cut. Just see that if suddenly how many points this graph by it is how many times it is. So here one place, here one place, here one place. Like that you are going right. Here also one place. So if the graph is like this, more than one point, there will be existing. There will be belongs. There will be C1. It may be here. If down comes C1, C2, C3 also possible. Now, for example, I take another graph. This is goes and this is comes and this is goes like this. If this is there like that. So this will be one C1 in between B and A, and this is another point if you take C2, like that C1, C2, like many things will be there. But at least one point will be there in between F of A comma B. If it is there one point, so there you will get F of x naught equal to C. This is what intermediate value theorem says. Did you understand? Did you understand? एटलीस्ट वन तो रहेगा, एक रहेगा, मीन्स मिनिमम वन टाइम ही कैन स्टॉप, वन टाइम 2 times he can stop, like the speed will come down. Yes, Pooja understood. Very good sir. नहीं ये तो बहुत इजी वाला नहीं है, बहुत डिफिकल्टी है, समझना बहुत कष्ट होता है. Even though I tried, I made to try give an example. I tried to give you one example. That's it. See, for example, let me draw another graph. Please draw the graph. Please draw this graph. I will show you another graph. This one I will show. Please draw this graph. Please draw the graph. I will tell you. We'll do the problems based on this. Please draw this graph. This is at least one. Now minimum 1 के प्लेस में है ये पहला वाला. If you completed, please tell me. If you have drawn this one, tell me. I will draw another point. Then I'll tell another important points. Then we will start the questions based on intermediate value theorem. IMBET. IMBT. Sorry. Drawn. Very good. So the next question is next point. See, the next point is they're saying if f is c, it's the most important thing you have to understand. It's a graph I'm making to understand by this graph. This is x and this is y axis. So there is a graph in this shape. If a point and b point is this. The graph, let us assume the graph is like this. Let us assume the graph is like this. And this point is f of a. And this point is f of b. This point is f of b. Okay, in between that there is a c. There is a c. Okay, when I draw this dotted points, what is going to happen here? It is going to touch 1, 2, 3 points. Okay, 3 points it is going to touch. This will be x1, this will be x1, this will be x2, this will be x3, this will be x3. Okay, so f of x1 is equals to c, f of x2 is equals to c, f of x3 is equals to c. In the previous case, f of x0 is equal to c. That is the intermediate value theorem 6. Did you understand this graph? So to make you understand clearly, this is one type graph. Another type graph is what I explained in the beginning. This is a point, this is a point, this is the B point. You have straight one road. Here this is the C. It is f of A. This is f of B, and this is f of B. If C is there, then there exists one, that is x naught. That is f of x naught is equals to C. This is what intermediate value theorem says. If C belongs to A comma B, then f of x naught equal to C. You may get more than that, at least minimum. That is the word he used, at least एक बार तो रुकेगा, एक बार तो ऐसा मीन्स एटलीस्ट. तो डायरेक्टली जीरो पर नहीं आएगा, 20 आके जीरो आएगा. 60 किलोमीटर पे जा रहा है तो डायरेक्टली 20 आके जीरो आएगा, नहीं तो 20 30 40 होके सी लाइक 40 30 20 होके जीरो हो जाएगा. नहीं तो डायरेक्टली कुछ मिनिमम तो एक बार तो उस कुछ पॉइंट पे आके जीरो आएगा, बट डायरेक्टली जीरो नहीं होगा. दैट इज द थिंग हियर आई वांट टू से हियर इन दिस ग्राफ. So this is what we can say intermediate value theorem. This is the intermediate value theorem. I hope you have understood. Who are there in the online, say at least understood or not. Who are there in the online, say understood. Who have understood? Purva understood. Very good. Purva, you are there. Yeah. Sarth Goi understood. See, understood, because this is, you need to understand, it is not an easy concept. Okay. Yeah, fine, good, great. Only 5, 6, 7, 8. Rishikesh, Viraj. Next. Because I want to see all 14 members. Sometimes what happens? Is it okay? Understood, sir? So let's move on to the questions. Let's move on to the questions. और क्वेश्चन के और एक है ना, और एक पॉइंट बोलता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करता हूँ सर। और एक पॉइंट बोलता हूँ। चलो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट बोलते हैं हम। I will share the notes also. If you want any notes, you can ask me. I will share the notes. Okay, right now. Applications of intermediate theorem. Write down application. Application. Application of intermediate theorem. Intermediate theorem. Applications of intermediate theorem. Applications of intermediate theorem. If f of x is continuous, write down this. If f of x is continuous in closed interval a comma b, and this is most important, make it star for this because this is going to be used many times. F of a into f of b less than 0. It's the most important one for JEE. This is important for JEE. Applications of intermediate theorem. If f of x is continuous in the interval closed interval a comma b and f of a into f of b less than 0, then there exists. Then there exists. Then there exists at least one root of f of x in closed open interval a comma b. This is what we call as applications of mean value theorem, and you remember this f of a into f of b less than 0. This is going to be play a crucial role. This is going to be play a crucial role while solving the problems. F of a into f of b is less than 0. This is what the applications of intermediate value theorem. So when it is happens, can you tell me when it is happens? F of a into f of b 0, when it happens? If f of a positive, f of b negative, or f of a negative, or f of b positive. In these cases, this is going to be happen. Plus minus, minus plus, in these cases only it is possible. Okay, when it is possible here, f of a positive means both are in opposite side. Meaning is what? F of a and f of b are in opposite side. Opposite inside, then only this is possible. F of a into f of b less than 0, then there exists at least one root of f of x in a comma b. F of a, f of b, f of a into f of b is less than 0, then there exists at least one root f of x in a comma b. Let us discuss this in graphical. Graphically, what is want to say? What do you want to say graphically here? You is going to say that this is x, this is x naught, this is y naught. See here, what I want to say, let us f of a, see this is f of a positive I take, listen to me carefully. F of a I am taking positive because f of a into f of b less than 0, it means if I take f of a positive, then f of b I have to take negative. Are you getting what I say? F of a if I take positive, then I have to take f of b negative. So what he is saying, at least one root will be available. So if I draw the graph of this, if f of a is this and f of b is this, if I draw the graph of this, at least one time it will touch x-axis, that will be the root. That is what he is saying. F of x is a continuous function. It is a continuous function. F of x is a continuous function. F of a is this and f of b is this, and this is the point f of a, f of b. If it is continuous, no discontinuous here. If it is continuous, it will touch x-axis at one point, at least minimum one point. Therefore, that is what is saying. There exists at least one root f of x in a comma b. That is what he wants to say in this application. Let us see one more way. At least one means it is can be touches more than one places. It can be touched more than one places. Correct? Why not? It will be touched. Suppose you have a graph like this. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. X dash and y-axis. Now this is f of a here, f of a here, and let us take f of b is here. And f of it is a continuous function. It is a continuous function, and the function is like this. The function is like this. Like this is the function. If the function is this is continuous function, anybody can say this is a continuous function. But and f of a, f of b is a continuous function. It is a continuous function, and if I join this, at least one is said. In this case, now how many times I have root? This is one root, this is two roots, and this is three roots. So he wants to say that at least one root will be there. At least one root. I say, yeah, at least one root. If the function is like this, if the function is like this, it will be have more than one root. It will be have more than one root. This is what applications of intermediate theorem. We do the problems on this. Exactly how to solve, I will tell. This is the main thing we are going to use in intermediate value theorem. This is important for JEE, and this based on the questions we are going to solve it. So this is the very important topic. F of a to f of b less than 0. At least one root will be there in a comma b. In a comma b. This is a. This is b. Is x is equal to a, x is equal to b. In this interval, one root is here. In this interval, this is x is equal to a, this is x is equal to b. In this interval, you have three roots. So he wants to say at least one root is there. Yeah, of course it will be there. One root or more than one roots. Please note down this. अच्छा एक है ना एक बात है सर अच्छा सर one day one student asked me that I forgot to inform you when limits concept I started I explained everything is done but these days I am not explaining where we use these concepts here. These are very important concepts, you know. This calculus part is more important. Why reason is limits concept is there na where will use limits क्या सर क्यों पढ़ना है ये लिमिट्स को where we will use these limits you know the limits are used in many places like you know I want to search in the Google that which place I just want to search see I don't know Maharashtra more places suppose in any one place suppose in here I want to search Anna Sahib Dange like if it is not there Anna Sahib Dange I can't okay engineering college already website is there na so any place you want to search any place here suppose Islampur you want to search Islampur you want to search in the Google. Will it go directly to Islampur? Will it show directly Islampur? No, that is not. It is a programming language. So the limits are used in programming languages. You know that the searching is there, na? Searching of items all will be based on limits concepts. Limits concepts. As a Taylor's theorem, many theorems are there, they will be used in the searching. So you want to know if you search Islampur directly it will not come to Islampur. What is the first it will show India. From India it will come to Maharashtra, then it will come to Islampur, and which place you are searching that place location nearby it shows. Exactly place never shows. In olden days it was very far distance because programming language was very not better in the previous so it used to show 1 kilometer 2 kilometer far but right now you can see 20 meters distance or 30 meters distance behind that it will show because the programming is developed a lot now so errors is the concept will be there in engineering errors topic will be there based on this limits concept are used many such way in the research technology most useful things this calculus is most important one and don't miss this one try to understand this one try to write the notes understand the concept and learn limits also try to understand the concept and learn don't learn like is there we are learning this that is not useful learn the concept what is exactly concept you have to learn okay the Google search whatever you do now that is based on limits concept they will be used in future you are going to become a masters and you are going to invite many things in future maybe you will find many things based on this limits and continuity these all based So it is a very important concept. Limit continuity differentiability is most important concept in intermediate engineering. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the questions. Here application is there. I saw this application, so that's why I explained. ये application को देखा है, तो limits where it is applicable. Where is limits applicable? Continuity where it is applicable. It's in Google search. In programming languages, we use this. Ola. See, actually in Islampur we don't use Ola. Ola will be there, no? Uber, Ola. There are car drivers will be there, car or auto, taxi. So all how they are getting these connections. In Islampur we don't have this facility, but when you have in Hyderabad, big cities, Ola you have to cabs you can books. How this all process is going on? The concept using of programming, and that programming is depend on the limits concept, limits continuity. So let's solve a question now. Let's solve a question. Okay, sir, let's solve a question. The question is prove that, prove that function f of x is equals to a under root of x minus 1 plus b under root of 2x minus 1 minus square root of 2x square minus 3x plus 1, where where a plus 2b is equals to 3. A and b are real numbers. A and b are real numbers. A and b are real numbers. Where b is not equal to 0, always has a root in 1 comma 5. Always has a root in open interval 1 comma 5 for all b belongs to R. So this is the question he said. Okay, this is the question. We have different type of questions. I pick up this question first. We will solve many questions tomorrow. Okay, today I will solve this question. F of x is equal to the given. F of x is equal to the given a under root of x minus 1 plus b under root of 2x minus 1 plus square root of 2x square minus 3x plus 1, where a plus 2b is equal to 3. A and b are real numbers, where b is not equal to 0. Always has a root in 1 comma 5. We have to prove this. We have to prove this one. No? We have to prove if there will be a root in 1 comma 5. Okay, 1 comma 5 we have to. So how we can prove is there is a root in a comma 5, 1 comma 5. Is the root is there or not? How we can find? So intermediate value theorem we can use. What is the intermediate value theorem says? F of 1 into f of 5 less than 0. Then we can say there is a root. So first of all we have to know it is a continuous function or not. Square root function is a continuous function. Square root function is a continuous function. Square root function is a continuous function. There is no negative number inside. So square root functions are continuous in the interval 1 comma 5. 1 comma 5 interval में देखो, interval में ही देखना है. Is given interval 1 comma 5. If I substitute 1 comma 5, this is positive. I just want to tell you, if I substitute 1 comma 5 in this, I get positive. 1 comma 5 in this, I get positive. 1 comma 5 in this, I get positive. So this is continuous function. How we can say this is continuous, this is continuous, this is continuous? Means I want to say separately this one is continuous, separately this one continuous, separately this one continuous. Continuous plus continuous plus continuous is always continuous. Means if two functions are continuous, their addition is continuous, their subtraction is continuous. I want to check only this one. X minus 1, square root of x minus 1, continuous or not? Yes, स्क्वायर रूट फंक्शन ना, स्क्वायर रूट फंक्शन कैसा रहता है? ये स्क्वायर रूट फंक्शन है. If I say x minus 1, at one place you get a square root shape. See, at zero place square root function. This is the graph of x is equal to x is equal to square root of x, and this is the graph of square root of x minus 1. It is a continuous function. In the interval 1 comma 5. Yes, isn't right? This is positive in the interval 1 comma 5. So it is continuous, it is continuous, it is continuous. So overall we came to know continuous. So I can use IMBT theorem. IMBT theorem we can use when it is a continuous function. Okay. So here I came to know it is a continuous function. And what is the rule for application of BMIT theorem? F of 1 into f of 5, if less than 0 I get. If I get f of 1 into f of 5 less than 0, then I can say there exists. I can say it is proved. Hence proved means I can say there exists at least one root. I can say always has a root. I can say it is has the root. So let us find f of 1 in this. Substitute in the f of 1 in this. F of 1. If I substitute f of 1, what I am going to get? F of 1 into f of 5 less than 0 I am going to substitute here. So first find f of 1. R. F of 1 if I substitute what I get here, ये तो 0 हो जाएगा. देखो इधर तो 0 हो जाएगा. F of 1. सर समझ में आ रहा है ना? इधर क्या आएगा? 2 minus 1 square 2 minus 1 is 1 square root of 1. Are you getting? I will explain, sir. Under root of 1 minus 1 plus b into under root of 2 into 1 minus 1 minus under root of 2 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 1. This is into, now come on, do it. F of 5 into under root of a into, right, a into under root of 5 minus 1 plus b into under root of 10 minus 1 minus under root of 2 into 5 square, that is 5 square 25 minus 3 into 5 plus 1. I am going to substitute in this. I have to get this is less than 0. If I get less than 0, then I can say hence proved. Otherwise, no, it is wrong. So ये तो 0 हो गया, ये तो b आ गया, b minus this is how much 3 minus 3 0. Okay, तो ये पूरा b आ गया, ये तो पूरा b आ गया. This is become b, correct? It is become b. Now inside, now if I solve here, 5 minus 1, that is 4 square root of 4, 2. 2a plus, okay, 2a plus 10 minus 1, 9 square root is 3b, okay, 5 minus 25 into 2, 50, 51 minus 15, 49, square root of 49 is 7 less than 0, okay. I got this correct? Did you understand? 7 or 6? Sir, it is 7 or 6. Is it 7 or 6? 6, na? 25, 2 into 5 square. 5 square 25, 5 3 is a 15. 15 I have to subtract. So 6. Correct? 6 or 7, tell me? Yeah, 6, Prathamesh. Correct. Yeah, very good. You all are great. बट इधर आपको क्या दिया है, इधर एक कंडीशन दिया है a plus 2b is equal to 3. a plus 2b is equal to 3. तो मुझे a को क्या लिख सकता हूँ? I can write a as 3 minus 2b. I put here a minus 2b. So what I have to get? If it is proved, I can say yes. It is hence proved. Otherwise false. It's yeah. So b into, I can write b into, in the place of a I can write as 3 minus 2b, 3 minus 2b, and write here, sir. Okay, b into 2 into 3 minus 2b plus 3b minus 6 less than 0. Is correct or not? Check it here. Here I get b into 2 3s are 6 minus 2 2s are बोलते नहीं कोई minus 4b plus 3b minus 6 is less than 0. Now here plus 6 minus 6 gone. Okay, b into minus b less than 0. So minus b square. I got minus b square less than 0. B is positive. Okay, b is positive or negative, whatever it may be. Finally, whether I am getting less than 0 or not. Whether I am getting less than 0 or not. Tell me fatafat. Whether I am getting less than 0, is it true? Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is true. It is true. Therefore, I can say by the mean value theorem, intermediate mean value theorem, hence proved this is. Hence proved. है ना इसको प्रूव करने के लिए हम यूज किया है. Okay, everybody understood? आप लिख लो all polynomial degree odd has at least one real roots. Write down. Note write down. Note लिखो. All polynomial of degree odd has at least one real root. All polynomial of degree odd has at least one real root. Okay, we will solve the problems tomorrow. I will explain the problems tomorrow more. This is the last concept of intermediate value theorem. I'm just actually morning onwards I'm taking continuous classes, so I can't take today extra class. It is not possible to me because from morning 8:30 to till I'm taking classes. Okay, so today is not possible to take any extra class. So I am going to finish this. Please note down this. Please note down. Okay. So it is. That's all for today. We'll see. We'll meet you on Monday. We will solve more questions on intermediate value theorem. Okay, and some advanced questions. The concept of continuous functions are finished. Your concepts are completed, and we'll do the problems based on this. Okay. Bye. Take care, everyone. Bye, sir. Please note down. Copied. Bye everyone. Bye Shruti. Bye Sarthak. Bye everyone. Prathamesh. Bye Pooja. Bye everyone. Bye. Copied. Should I stop the line? Copied everyone. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Yes, Pooja. Yes. Bye. Bye everyone. Shruti, Sarthak, Prathamesh. Bye everyone. Aditya, Samiksha.